So we're talking about the future, and I was like, you're the next generation, and what are you going to do? And they were really, really excited. And so kept it short. And then they come and say, are there any questions? Whew, hand goes up right away. And I was like, yes, Leroy, what can we do? And he said, okay, Mr. Futurist, how do you build a Death Star? And I said, good question. Now I'm a nerd, right? I love Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. So I said, Leroy, let me ask you a question first. Why do you want to build a planet-sized weapon that destroys planets? Because for those non-geeks, that's what it is. The Death Star, it's a planet-sized weapon that blows up other planets. It's that's central to much of Star Wars. So go back to Leroy. I said, Leroy, why do you want to build a planet-sized weapon that blows up planets? And he looked at me and said, because it's cool. And I said, correct. It is cool. Okay, great. So I said, let's do it. I'll tell you how to do it. And so so all these boys go bolt still. Everybody stops moving. They're like, and they start pulling out their pads and they're getting ready. And so I'm there and I'm like, and you can see the teacher is like, these boys I've never held still, right? And I said, okay, great. So you want to build a planet-sized, planet-destroying weapon, right? Yeah. Okay. Where do you want to build it? And they kind of look at me because they've never been asked that question. They're like, I said, well, you want to build it out in space, probably. They're like, oh yeah. I said, well, do you want to build it close to the Earth? Like, is it like, how far of a commute do you want? I mean, let's get real, man. Do you want to get out to Mars? Where do you want to go? So I said, maybe you want to build it. And I said, maybe you want to build it close to the Earth, right? And they're like, okay, yeah, okay. I said, keep a short commute back and forth from work. I said, great. We need to talk about physics for a moment. How much do you know about mass and gravity? And so I started talking to them about, if you build a planet next to the Earth, this is not going to go well. And so I started giving them a lecture about mass and gravity. And they were just taking down all the stuff. And the teacher just lost it. She was just laughing. She said, I've never seen these boys get it. So they were so into it. And so I used it. I used how do you build a Death Star as a way to give a short lecture on mass and gravity for physics.
So look, before we go, the final question is, you're a futurist. Have you future cast your own future?